Live from the slightly twisted deck bar, it's the Poojie Podcast with Justin Lemie.
Want to welcome on to the show today a good friend of mine from college over at UCF, originally from Miami, really big into Miami sports. So really excited to talk to him about some Miami Dolphins football, also touch base a little bit about reality TV. But anyway, Zach Munoz, welcome to the show, man.
Thanks for having me, Justin. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome. No, thanks for being here for sure. And how's everything going down there? Are you in Orlando right now or Miami? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm in Orlando. As you know, I'm in my second year of law school. So basically that's been the biggest transition at this point in time with not going to class, having to do all my work from home. It's definitely pretty difficult. I'll say that with the motivation is it's hard to motivate when your bed is right there, your fridge is right there. It's not the same as being in school when you have the library and you're there in the classroom listening to the teacher's present and everything. So it is a little tough, but we're working through it, man. These are some unprecedented times. So we all got to do it. We all have to deal with it.
Yeah, for sure. And I think a lot of people are realizing just how valuable class time is and how much being in the classroom in front of the teacher and with classmates can kind of help towards the motivation and getting your work done. So interesting you say that, but I see the Dolphins polo, so I'm sure you're itching to talk about it a little bit. Want to get into some football talk. I know your Miami Dolphins have had quite the off season so far. Tell me about that. What have you liked? Maybe some things you want them to do.
Yeah. So basically, I mean, it's the obvious choice, but the Byron Jones pickup is a great pickup for us. Paid a lot of money for him. He's now the top paid corner in the league. But I mean, pairing him up with Xavier Howard on the other side is going to be huge for us. That's going to help our defensive line get to the quarterback, put some pressure on the quarterback, allows our linebackers to move around a little more. And when you got two coverage guys like Xavier Howard and Byron Jones, you're set for it sounds like you got a pretty good defense there, or building one at least. For
sure. And I guess sounds like they're building a pretty solid defense. Is there any other pieces on the defensive side that you think they need in the draft, or are you jumping on that Tua train for the draft at that fifth pick?
Oh, okay. So fifth pick for sure has to be Tua. I mean, I see the first five picks. I think they're making a bigger fuss of it than it has to be, but I think the first five picks are Burrow, Chase Young, Jeff Okudah, Isaiah Simmons, and then Tua. I don't see us passing up on Tua. I don't see us taking another quarterback. Dude is a winner. He is an accurate passer. His only issue is health, but you know what? You build an O-line, you teach him to get rid of the ball. And I think he's going to be the future for the Dolphins. I really see it.
Yeah, for sure. And we all know what happened the last time the Dolphins passed on a quarterback for health reasons. So wasn't the best outcome passing on Drew Brees. So they might want to look to keep Tua in their grasp.
We got that former UCF Knight Dante Culpepper though, man. It was
right. Dante Culpepper, Drew Brees. Dante Culpepper, Drew Brees. Who would you want?
I know. It's try not to think about those times.
Hey, every team has to go through it. My team's going through it right now. Unfortunately, we thought we were past it, but here we are in Jacksonville with the same stuff. So maybe we have our quarterback. Maybe y'all get your quarterback. So we'll see. But I guess as far as football goes, offensive, defensive side of the ball, what do you think wins championships?
You know what, man? It's tough. The saying is defense wins championships, but you look at the Kansas City Chiefs and that offense, and they went up against the best defense, and the offense came out. But at the end of the day, I would still go with defense. You look at the past couple of Super Bowls, the teams that were in it had great defenses. I mean, even the Chiefs' defense this year did step up at the end. But you had the 49ers. The Jags that 1 year, 2 year, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, they were in the AFC Championship game, pretty much led by their defense. Yeah, so I'd probably go defense. I'm a big defensive guy. I think it's easier to build the offense. You can bring those skill players over with offense. So I will go defense on this one.
Yeah, it definitely seems like defense requires a little bit more chemistry among all 11 players. And offense is a lot more focused on the position groups doing their part. So I agree with you there. What would you say in NFL history would be, I guess, let's say your top 2, top 3 defenses?
All right. So for NFL history, I will say I'm not gonna add anything probably before the 2000 year. I know the 80s Bears, from everything everybody has ever said, they're just the greatest defense ever. I wasn't around then, so I never got to actually watch them. But 2 defenses that's come out in mind, like automatically. I always think of the Ravens, honestly, but not the 2000. I think more of I think it was 2012, around that time when they won the Super Bowl. Ray Lewis's last year, Ed Reed. That's like a defense that I always loved. They got 2. I used to be a big fan, so 2 guys there when I was a big fan. And then honestly, I mean, you could even say this year's 49ers. This year's 49ers team was really good. And obviously you have the Seahawks and the Jags also those past few years. So those would probably be my – I mean, I know you said 2, but I'm not starting to think of a bunch of defenses now. And I even think of the Rex Ryan Jets. Like, that was a solid defense. Another team that was led to the AFC Championship game mainly because of that defense. Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, right. It's so funny. You see these great defenses come along and you look at the quarterback and you're like, wait, Rex Grossman on the Bears? Wait, Mark Sanchez on the Jets? What? The Buccaneers. I always think they had a great defense back in 2002. I think Brad Johnson was the quarterback. So
yeah, and all those reasons are why I lean toward defense building championships, because you do have – I mean, as much as I love the boat, the defense took the Jags to that AFC Championship game. That they led the way, and you see past years. I mean, Joe Flacco's not in the league anymore. The question of this decade of since 2000 is Joe Flacco elite? So we never know that, because after that year with the great defense, like the Ravens weren't back in the Super Bowl. They weren't competing, and now he's not even on a team. I think the Broncos got rid of him, so not even on a team anymore.
Yeah, and I think it's funny you mentioned that, because you look at kind of the way that the league is trending, and a lot of these teams, they get these rookie quarterbacks and keep them on rookie deals, and then they can kind of pay some more money to those defensive players. So it seems like even at the high-level executive level, they're recognizing, hey, let's get these quarterbacks in here for 4 years, and then let's bolster the defense. So again, maybe a good opportunity for the Dolphins to take Tua and keep him on a rookie deal and, right around that $7-8 million per year mark, as opposed to 25-26.
Yeah. And honestly, with Tua, if we do get him, he's coming in. My plan wouldn't be to start him in the beginning. I think even if we waited a whole year, I mean, look what that did to Patrick Mahomes. Like, guys that are waiting throughout history, I think guys that have waited a year have done so well. I believe Big Ben might have put like 1 game his rookie year. So yeah, like, and he would be behind Ryan Fitzpatrick, who's a veteran Harvard graduate who's not better to learn from than him. Like, you're going to be learning from one of the smartest guys in the league probably, and that's a great place to start, I think.
For sure. No, and I like how you brought up the smarts of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Let's transition real quick, and let me ask you about some reality TV and smarts that go into reality TV. So you have Big Brother, you have Survivor. I know you're fans of both those shows. Tell me a little bit about those shows, why you enjoy them, what show you think you would be more successful at, maybe what show you like more.
Okay, so pretty much my mom was a huge reality TV show fan. And that's how I got into it. I began watching Big Brother as far back as I could remember. I mean, I remember the Big Brother, I think it was 3 with Boogie and Dr. Will. So, I mean, that's almost 18 – no, not 18 – maybe 18 years ago. That's like a long time. It was like back in 2002, 2003. So I've been watching Big Brother a long time. Survivor, the same thing, was watching a long time ago. Stopped watching it though, because the season is normally during when I was like in high school, middle school, it was during the school year. So a lot of the time I'd be in sports, didn't have time to get to it. Always kept continuing to watch Big Brother. And then back when I got to college and I met you guys put me back on Survivor, started watching it like these past 2 years, like very religiously. The time before that, it was like here and there I'd watch it. But yeah, definitely I think it'd be better playing Big Brother. You know, Survivor, I love Survivor. I love watching it. I think it's actually a better show to watch. The only issue is that I don't see myself doing well with the outdoors and being out there for that long. I think I don't think I'm mentally prepared for that. I think I would have to do like some sort of training beforehand to be able to do that without no eating, all that stuff. It's super difficult. It looks super difficult. So I don't know how I would do in that. Big Brother, I do see myself being a pretty solid competitor if I were to get out of the first week. I think that might be one of the toughest things because nobody knows anybody. And I wouldn't want to be viewed as a physical threat. So hopefully I would get by the first week. That would be my number one goal. Don't want to come home after just 1 week. So, yeah, I think it'd be better Big Brother, man. Definitely.
Yeah. No, you brought up a lot of good traits, I guess, each show kind of possesses. But I think what's interesting about the shows is we've seen over the past few years that not just one type of play will win the game. You know, you could play a really strong social game and win, physical game and win. Some people even float by and make it to the end and get those votes to win. So definitely kind of interesting that there's different styles of play, and it's cool to watch every season and see, you know, who can come out on top. What traits do you think you have that would make you successful in Big Brother?
Oh, so for Big Brother, I mean, I'm a very personable guy. I think I'd get along with a lot of people in the house. I can mold to different groups of people. So if people are talking about video games, I could talk about video games. If they're talking about sports, I could do sports. They're talking about reality TV, I could talk about reality TV. I mean, I feel like I could mold myself to conform to different groups of people. And I think that'll help. That helps you get a far further in the game. People trust you. People come to you. When you're in a house and you have no phone, no family, it's hard to find, and you don't know anybody, it's hard to find people to trust. So I think that would help. And then also being in law school, man, I mean, we're getting assigned new things every single week. Things are thrown at us, trying to learn different things. So I see that a lot with Big Brother. Their saying is expect the unexpected. So I see that law school experience I had could transition over to the Big Brother house, and I'll be able to adapt my game week to week if anything's thrown my way. So those would probably be the two traits that I'd be bringing in that are really good. I mean, I'm competitive, athletic, but there's always going to be more athletic people out there. And some of the competitions aren't athletically based competitions. So that could only help you so much.
Yeah, for sure. I think obviously being able to connect to people and obviously have those abilities to adapt, I think are very important, not only in Big Brother, but obviously, you know, other facets of life. So definitely interesting stuff there. Well, I don't want to take up any more of your time, but I do have one last question for you. So let's say there's three liquor bottles sitting in front of you. One's whiskey, one's vodka, one's rum. What one mixer would you go with that could suit any of those liquors?
One mixer for the three of those. I mean, I guess you got to go ginger ale. It sounds like that would fit the three of them the best. I don't see really Sprite and rum going well together. Coke and vodka, maybe it could fit, but I see, yeah, maybe an iced tea. You know what? An Arnold Palmer, actually.
Oh,
Arnold Palmer would go well with all of those. There you go. That's my final answer, Arnold Palmer.
Well, I'm glad you said that. Now you've given me something that I can try. So I'll definitely check that out and let you know how it is. But I appreciate you being here, Zach, and best of luck to your Big Brother aspirations and getting on there, and to your Miami Dolphins. I guess we'll keep in touch and see who they draft, and maybe have to do one of these again come May. All right.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the invite. Love the podcast. Everybody out there, follow, like, subscribe to this man's channel. He's putting out great content every day, every week. So Appreciate the invite, Justin. Thanks so much, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. You have a good one.
You too, bro.